stage here, take down this iconic intro real quick here. I'm gonna do something a little different, something that I normally have not done, but I think you guys deserve it. So, I am from Little Rock, Arkansas. So, I love my hometown. So I just wanted to give y'all a little Arkansas to y'all. Just a little some. So here we go. With this wonderful station ID. If you're in Little Rock, Arkansas, you know this station ID very damn well. Here we go.
Power 923 Jams and the Arkansas Minority Health Commission encourages you to take the COVID-19 vaccine to help keep you and your loved ones safe. Involved in our community, the People Station, Power 923 Jams. KIPR Pine Bluff, Little Rock, KFOG, Little Rock, a Cumulus media station. And now, back to the jams. Hip-hop. Drake.
Girls want girls where I'm from. Yeah, well, girls want girls where
R&B.
J. Howell.
Just cause I love you and you love me.
And now, bumping back-to-back continuous music with another fresh new jam. Heard here first on the People Station, Power 923 Jams.
So that's my hometown right there. So with that being said, let me take down that right there because we got a lot to talk about. You see the virtual tour background, you hear the virtual tour music, and then there is me, everybody. Hi, so glad to have you here. Y'all ready to do what we do? Hey, Revelation 2023, good to see you, Queen, in the building here. Y'all, we got a lot to talk about. This was an interview, okay? So listen, higher is Wayne, low is available. Either way, we're about to go on tour. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. So we start off with the Katt Williams, right? So he is at Club Shay Shay. Very nice setup. There's some cognac that is Shannon Sharpe's cognac. I think you can buy it. And Katt Williams says it is smoother and milder 30 times over. It doesn't taste like wood. And so, Shannon says that he is a cognac connoisseur. And Katt's giving Shannon his flowers of what you've done here has been absolutely great. And listen, here's the thing, right? Shout out to Bondi Blue. Absolutely love that queen. By the way, she's nominated for a Boss Babe Award. So voting starts on the first. She said that Shannon Sharpe was of the manosphere, that he didn't know if he wanted women one day or the next. Listen, everybody's going to have an opinion, right? Everybody's going to have an opinion. But what I appreciate, which Bonnie Blue didn't like, but I understood why she said it. She said that Shannon Sharpe really is not a good interviewer because, it was leading the guests to where he was leading the guests to what they wanted to say. Personally, I think Katt Williams wanted to say whatever he wanted to out of his mouth, with cognac or not. But some conversations do not need a interviewer to ask hard-hitting questions. Sometimes it just needs to be a conversation. I think that's what it was, because the context for all this was Katt Williams has been hearing all these comedians, okay, going on Club Shay Shay saying anything and everything. And he just wanted to have his voice. So I felt like personally that's what he wanted to do. That's just my take. I could be wrong. But, we start with Ricky Smiley. Ricky Smiley can't act because he can't act. And you think they're going to hire a 5'5", 140-pound Santa. And Ricky Smiley couldn't do comedy. He couldn't curse, rather, because he had a Christian audience. And he's been in more dresses than in movies. And he wasn't even at the premiere of Friday After Next. And so there were 201 auditions of Money Mike. And so let me explain that. So when you are a actor or actress, right? Hey, Colton James, welcome in, brother. Glad to have you here. So when you are a actor or actress, most of the time how you get your gigs is usually through a agent. Your agent will put you in this casting pool. They'll send out the sizzle reel, all that type of stuff. And then if that casting director really likes your reel, then they'll call your agent, and then you'll go to the audition. So yeah, 201 auditions. Sometimes it can get up to that amount of people. Okay, so just context in that. Now he said something about Friday After Next that I did not know, that I don't think any of us knew. That allegedly, I'm saying alleged because listen, we're covering ourselves over here, that there was supposed to be a black man raped in the bathroom. Y'all, my mind was complete. I'm like, wait, what? And Katt Williams said to a room of executives, respectfully, I'm an expert at one thing, comedy. Y'all are experts at making movies. I'm an expert at comedy. And so when he said, can y'all please take that out? And I promise you, if you take this out, this will be more funny with what I'm going to do than a black man being in pain. And I was like, oh, damn. I thought that was so deep and so real because a lot of times it's a juxtaposition. If we showcase pain, we can laugh through pain, but not everything is funny. So shout out to Katt Williams for that, because I was like, wait a minute. Network executives almost approved of a black man being raped in one of the biggest movie franchises ever? Mind blown. Absolute mind blown. I was just like, and listen, I don't think Katt lied about anything that he said in this interview. I really don't. I think that Katt said what he needed to say because guess what? He doesn't bother anybody. He minds his own business accordingly. And there was a lot that was said. So listen, we are getting into it. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. We are live on tour. Glad to have you all here. So Katt asked for his next contract to have Rickey Smiley in a dress. And First Sunday was his next role. Katt Williams said that Tyler Perry and Rickey Smiley can't play men to save their life. Now, when I heard this, I'm like, oh, Lord. Because there's this thing, right? And shout out to Comedy Hype. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to Comedy Hype. You know, they talk about the history of black men wearing dresses that, you know, once you put on a dress that you finally officially made it in your career. And so, you know, you have Mud Dam to the DEA with Medea. You have Big Mama's House with Martin Lawrence. You have, you know, Bernice Jenkins with Rickey Smiley. And even Kevin Hart said that he would not put on a dress, but he ended up putting on a dress anyway. And I do agree that there are some things that men should not have to do. And listen, I get the juxtaposition, you know what I mean, of a man dressing up in a woman's outfit because they are allowed, well, not allowed, but they are able to, you know, bring out the weird parts in a way where it's just like, okay, listen, we ain't dancing around this, we're going at, right? But then when does it become the point, and I say this respectfully, when does it become a point that what they're doing, honestly, is a caricature? Because Medea is a powerful person. She is. We all have a Medea somewhere in our damn family, okay? We all got Big Mama somewhere in our family. We all got Bernice Jenkins somewhere in our family. Even Key and Peele with Georgia and Estagina. I love that. By the way, if y'all have not seen that segment, go look it up. It's absolutely amazing. But it does become a little bit of an echo chamber. Hey, Nikki News, welcome and glad to have you here. It does become a bit of an echo chamber, right? Of when does it become poignant comedy to now everybody's doing it? It loses the value of it being funny because everybody's doing it. So I totally get why he said what he said about Tyler Perry and, you know, and Rickey Smiley can't act as a man save his life. Now I will say this, Tyler Perry, that movie Good Deeds, that was a good damn movie. I'm not going to sit here in front on that. That was a good movie. So Tyler Perry has acted as a man in movies, okay? But also, too, I think what Medea was able to do was able to break through and bring old school back into today. Because guess what? Byron. Now listen, your mama was a size 304, and that's your brother. Medea, what did I listen? It needed to be said. See, sometimes when you're going on down the road to your dream, sometimes the GPS reroutes you. That don't mean you ain't gonna get to your dream. You're gonna get there some other type of way. So now what Tyler Perry did with Medea is foundationally groundbreaking. Like, we're not gonna sit here in front of the impact that Medea has, because there were movie executives telling him that black people don't care about going to the movies, and every time we show up and whoop tail mentally. And also, too, he owns his whole studio, Katt. So, like, listen, I understand about Ricky Smiley, because when Tom Joyner left the radio, ain't nobody want Ricky Smiley. Not here, not there, not anywhere, okay? He made fun of somebody's shoes in the restroom. He made fun of Juicy, who was a co-host. Like really, like nobody I know listens to the Ricky Smiley Morning Show on a regular, schmegular. And honestly, too, I have said this before, and I will say it again. The Brat should be doing Ricky Smiley's job. It should be the Brat Tat Tat Morning Show with Lisa Ray McCoy, Judy, her beautiful wife, Missy Elliott, and Megan Thee Stallion. That team right there, game over. You heard, an all-female woman show, oh, it would be game over. Game over. And you know what? Throw in Queen Latifah as an extra co-host. So 5 co-hosts. So the Brat, Lisa Ray McCoy, Missy Elliott, Megan Thee Stallion, Queen Latifah. One of the baddest morning shows ever around. Listen, believe me, you, Urban One, if y'all take that idea, I deserve credit for it. Hell. So anyway. So no, I understood Ricky Smiley. I just didn't get Tyler Perry, but that's neither here nor there. So then he talks about Cedric the Entertainer, and that, you know, Katt did a joke in 2018 and then did at the Comedy Store in 2019, but then did on Kings of Comedy. But what he meant to say was that he did the joke in 1988 on BET's Comic View. For those of you who don't know what Comic View is on the replay gang, Comic View was pretty much a black comedian showcase where they would bring out different comedians, and the audience would decide who's up and who's down. And it really broke ground for a lot of comedians, including Def Comedy Jam. So just to give y'all some context on that. And so the joke was done in 1988. Mark Curry, who I've actually met Mark Curry before. I was at the NAB radio show in Nashville. And Mark Curry was on, I think, a Los Angeles radio station, if I'm not mistaken, at the time. And I got to meet him and everything. I didn't talk about hanging with Mr. Cooper, but I was just like, oh my God, that's Mark Curry. But that's what I thought, my 90s brain thought. But anyway, so Mark Curry helped Katt Williams punch up this joke. So usually, you know, there's the knock who's there's joke, but this joke had some layers to it before Katt started firing off on all cylinders, right? So that was that. So Cedric saw that, then took that joke 2 years later and said it on the Kings of Comedy tour. And there are clips out of the joke. A lot of people are saying, "Said, what you doing, bruh? What you doing?" And honestly, I seen it. I didn't think that was cool at all. Like, really, Said, like, come on. But Katt Williams is more connected than we know, and that appears more and more and more and more in the interview. And don't worry, I will drop the link because I know y'all got a lot to say. I got a lot to hear. So as I go back to my notes here, Steve Harvey went to see Mark Curry do the sitcom Hanging with Mr. Cooper, and then took that format of that sitcom with, you know, being a high school teacher with a high top fade when it was a man piece, basically a whole toupee, a wig for men. That was a little bit mind blowing because I didn't put 2 to 2 together. I didn't put 1 + 2 = 3 because I'm just like, the Steve Harvey show was so its own idea, you know what I mean? But also Hanging with Mr. Cooper was also a vibe too. And you don't know what you don't know, right? So when Katt said that, I'm like, wow, okay, I could definitely see that being a possibility, right? So then, you know, Steve said that he did not want to be a movie star, but he appeared on You Got Sir. He appeared on Johnson's Family Vacation. He appeared on Love Don't Cost a Thing. So he has done he has done like side characters, you know what I mean? So and then oh Lord Jesus. Katt said that Steve Harvey couldn't be a movie star because nobody could understand a country bumpkin being in a movie in so many words. And so that Steve Harvey hated on Bernie Mac. Now, this rumor has been said many, many times. It's been said by Cedric the Entertainer. It's been said by D.L. Hughley. That there was a movie called Ocean's 11 that Bernie Mac was trying to get the role in, and Steve Harvey called and tried to take away Bernie Mac's role from him, allegedly. So that's been a thing for a long time. And then also too, with the Kings of Comedy tour, you know, it was the four Kangs, not Kings, but Kangs, K-A-N-G. That's a ironic way to say Kang, but anyway. So what ended up happening is that Bernie Mac would always be the closer for the show, and so Steve didn't like that. So Steve Harvey wanted more time on the stage. So because in the world of comedy, you know, how long you do a set determines the bandwidth that you have with the audience to be able to get your jokes out and everything else. So that rumor has been said for a very, very long time. So there are 30, this is what Katt Williams said, there's 30,000 new scripts in Hollywood. None asked for a country bumpkin that can't talk good and look like Mr. Potato Head. You have to have range. And I'm like, Now, Katt, you did not have to say look like Mr. Potato Head, because it has been Mr. Potato Head Veils of Steve Harvey on YouTube. But good damn, bruh, you said the quiet part out loud. Like, oh my Lord Jesus. My Lord. And listen, I got what Katt was saying, right? Because, you know, with Steve, listen, I holler too. I absolutely holler. But here's the thing. I understood why Katt said the range part, right? Because with Steve Harvey, he was the uncle or the daddy. That's it. He was either the uncle or the daddy, so he didn't really have any range. Now, I will say for, you know, the Steve Harvey show, you know, and by the way, shout out to Marlon Santana, rest in peace to that brother. He should still be here, because if he was here, I think Steve Harvey would do a limited run of his sitcom as a revival. I really think he would, because that sitcom was fire. We're not going to sit here in front. But even with the Steve Harvey sitcom, he had range in terms of, you know, when the funk hits the fan, disco with it. And you did get to see Black teachers and a publicly funded school on TV. And that did have some range, because there were some storylines there that did have some range. But I understood what Katt meant for the movies, right? Movies, if you're playing a drug dealer, you can't be funny in a drug deal movie. You know what I mean? If you're playing, you know, in Fast and Furious, you can't be funny like, let me tell you something. Oh, Lord. Oh, damn, daddy. Oh, Lord, it's going 100 miles. Oh, shit. Oh, Lord, gee. Oh, my. Oh, survey said, I'm going to die in this mother ucker. You can't do that Fast and Furious. You just can't. The best person who did that impression of Steve Harvey was Godfrey, because of some Godfrey. By the way, shout out to Godfrey, man. He is a legend in the game too. But listen, I was like, you have to have range with it. But then when I thought about Steve Harvey's movie roles, and to give y'all context, hey Rose, welcome in. And to give y'all context, I love Steve Harvey. I love his business acumen, how he did not want to be a game show host, but found a way to make the game funny. And because of Family Feud, he has had a whole TV career beyond his wildest dreams. So I love the diversity of Steve and how he hustles as an entrepreneur. But I did agree with Katt on the range part. Listen, Listen, you know what I mean? And listen, I've been on the Steve Harvey Morning Show with an Ask Steve. I actually met Steve Harvey. You go on my Instagram. Actually, you know what? Let me do that. Let me do that because sometimes you gotta show people who you are. You know, just because I ain't got no reason to make up none. I ain't got no reason to make up none. Now, of course, it's going to take a minute for me to get to it, but I remember very specifically. Y'all, give me a moment. Let me see here. I got so many damn posts, y'all. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous how many posts I have. Oh my Lord. Hang on, y'all. I'm still going. I'm still going. Should be coming up here in just a minute. Hang on. Okay, nope. That's all Onyx collab stuff. Damn, I have a lot of posts. Damn, hang on. Come on, Bray. Don't worry, y'all. I do want to show y'all this because see, here's the thing. Tonight, I'm going to call something out that has really been, quite frankly, disrespectful. Beyond anything, and it needs to be said. So you know, we're going to talk about. Okay. I'm about to come up on it. Hang on. I'm about to come up on it. Hang on. There it is. Let me get this picture up here. Hey, G baby, who baby, good to see you. Let me get up here. Since everybody thinks I do the most. Who's that, y'all? Who's that? I'll wait. Oh, child. People want to keep coming for me, saying I give half apologies. I'm this and that, the third, and all around the world, and yeah. Who is that, y'all? Who is that? I called in on Steve Harvey's morning show for an Ask Steve segment. No, listen, I mean, you know, I talk too much. I give half-ass apologies. And, you know, I attack people's intelligence, but I mean, oh Lord, I just, Who is that though? I wonder who that is. I was on for a Ask Steve segment on the Steve Harvey Morning Show. I had my radio show at Black Squirrel Radio at Kent State University. I mentioned that. Actually, you know what? Oh, this is a good night to drop some receipts because later on it's all going to make sense. Let me go to my email real quick. Let me go to my email very quickly because hang on. MONI. Okay, there we go. Not going to show y'all my email, but I will show this call. Yes, I will. I'll show the call. since everybody thinks they know me. This is so good. So good. In the words of KFC, that's so SOGOOD good. Let me get right to where I need to be. Hang on, y'all. 10. Y'all ready for this? Y'all ready for this? I said y'all ready for this? Because listen, I got nothing to hide. Type of one in the chat if y'all ready for it. Type of one. I need a one. I need a one. I need a one. Steve, I don't know the other. You know what? I can't with you. Type of one in the chat. Y'all ready for this receipt? Because I ain't got nothing to hide. I really don't. I really don't. I need a one. At least one. Okay. Let's do this thing. Oh, I'm so ready. Here we go. Let me switch this here. So to give context, this was when he was in Chicago for his talk show. I'm going to play it.
About news the whole Friday.
Oh, Lord.
Do you support gay marriage? Yeah, I support gay marriage. Marry who you want to marry. It ain't easy. I don't give a damn who you is. You
Keep
come out. I
listening.
want everybody to get in this mess.
Keep listening.
Come in here and see how hard this is. Marriage hard. I don't care who you are.
Keep listening.
Atlanta, do you want the equipment facing the TV? Or
What?
Shirley in Atlanta, you want the equipment facing the TV?
Shirley ain't gonna be here.
Just for period.
Well, you gonna now you're gonna end up showing who ain't here. Everybody ain't gonna be there. See, no. I'm voguing. Yeah.
Listen to Steve now. Listen to Steve.
I like that name. Bray Long. What's up, boy?
Keep listening.
Hey, man, Soldier, I'm on this elliptical machine. I've been at it now 2 hours and I don't know. I'll be...
That's my voice in the background.
What's your name? Braylon Lee? What's the radio station?
Wait for it. Wait for it.
Okay, say it again. Black what? Black Score? Black what? Oh, Black Squirrel, like a squirrel?
Mm-hmm. Keep listening.
Okay, Black Squirrel Radio. What university are you at, man? Kent. I know good hell well you didn't say Kent, boy. Boy, you don't understand. That's where Stevie Starchild was born. Stevie Starchild was born on the campus of Kent State. Bill McDowell Hall, 1974. Man, you don't understand. Now, you know the sins I commit. The revelry and the dungeons of sin and iniquity that Lord gracious God, Tri-Towers all night long. Snuck in Altman Hall, Eastman, Lord have mercy, Jesus. Clark, another dorm for girls. Bill wasn't supposed to be over there either. Stayed over there. Lord have mercy, Jesus.
Oh, man.
Hey, man, you know what I'm going to do? One day, can't promise you when, but one day before this year go out right here, I'm going to call in and be a special guest on your radio show.
Boom, baby. Boom, baby.
Me
what it is.
And Black Ass Squirrel.
What it is. What it is. Y'all keep coming from me, but I keep coming with receipts, though. What it is. Oh, don't worry. Don't worry. Remember how I said at 11 a.m. I'm going to cover some ish tonight?
She be lying talking about she from Chicago.
I
you
got
it
something
right.
for y'all.
Hillbilly ass is from right there in Arkansas. right over there by Mississippi, where gay people can't go nowhere and eat no more. That's it. That's it.
Oh, man.
Hey, man, before you get off, give your number to Katt, and he going to give you Monica Barnes' number. She's in charge of scheduling. I'm going to call in your show. I'm going to blow it up.
See?
Because let me tell you something. I ain't never done nothing with Kent State since I left. Because they didn't give me nothing when I left. Because I flunked out. And then I messed around and got famous. Now all of a sudden I'm a damn alumni. But before that, I was an embarrassment to the university. And students like you should no longer be allowed to seek out an educational spot at our school. I got the letter at the house. Well, you know, that's how you, well, you know, man, when they put you out of school, they send you. It don't be nothing nice. It be real ugly way they talk to you. Yeah. Braylon, the black squirrel at Kent State University. Your biggest star ever finna call in, Steve Harvey.
Listen.
It's gonna be black squirrel and black ass Steve.
Man, let me tell y'all something.
I gave another 1K today.
Damn.
Yeah, so y'all want to shout him out.
So I showed that to just showcase the fact that I've been out here for a very long time. And it really boggles my mind when people say I give half-assed apologies, that I go off on people when it comes to intelligence. I tap people's intelligence. And they want to say this, that, or the third. But yet I've never asked anything from nobody. But yet there's somebody that thinks they have a gift and they haven't done as much as I've done to get to where they are. And they've done more than me. Y'all want to come for me? Okay. Keep playing with me. Keep playing with me. So anyway, let's roll on, shall we? We're live on tour. Everybody good? Okay, let's keep going. So, back to the damn notes. Back to the damn notes. So, listen, then Shannon says, and I quote, "You can't drink no more." And then Katt says, "I've only had a sip, less than you. The truth don't need motivation." You ain't never lied, Katt. So then we get to Cedric the Entertainer. And he said Cedric looked like a walrus. And because he's an entertainer, he's supposed to sing, dance, and act. And he can't do none of it. Cedric has 4 comedy specials that cannot be seen on Tubi or Netflix. And then Katt Williams said this: winners are not allowed for losers to rewrite history. I'm like, see, God, you said in the Bible that there were people imperfect that were perfect enough to be a carrier in the Bible. Everybody's story always leads back to you. So you didn't make every angel perfect. You made some imperfect angels that still got an angel energy. Oh, because I got all my life. I got all my life when that happened. Listen. Oh, listen, just wait. Just wait, because there's a particular point. By the way, I want to shout out to PDS 5468 and to everybody at Queen Sheba's Live that agreed with me on that apologist that threw her 3 degrees, and I shaded her respectfully, accordingly, and accurately, and she got big mad, and the pound defended me, and Queen Sheba defended me. I got something for the small, minute, waste of space minority that dare have the capacity, capability, and comprehension of brain cells to form a brain to come against me. Oh, I got something for y'all with this one. Because Katt said something that I fully agree with. I'm going to give a whole commentary. Oh, just you wait. Just you effing wait. Just you wait. Let's keep going. Oh, I'm so ready. So anyway, Cedric looking like a walrus. Can't sing, can't dance, can't act. Cedric specials not available on Tubi or Netflix. I already told y'all that. Winners are not allowed for losers to rewrite history. So Katt Williams says that Ricky only got auditions because of Steve and Cedric. So, you know, Steve and Cedric have been friends for a very, very, very long time. And so how Ricky Smiley got into radio was Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey told Ricky that he should get into radio because guess what? Radio is a steady check where you can be funny for 4 hours a day. So yeah, Ricky Smiley got into radio because of Steve Harvey, not because he can actually do radio. I remember the day Tom Jordan left. Everybody was sad that day, including me. I remember, said, it's the Tom Jordan morning show. Oh, civil. Oh, good morning, Mr. Moore. Good morning, Mr. Jordan. J. Anthony Brown. What's the deal? Pickles? Is everything kosher? Yeah, everything's kosher. My man, Tom Jordan. My civil Wooks. J. Anthony Brown. Inside Her Story with Jackie Reed. Inside Her Story with Jackie Reed. Roland Martin came through. John Murray came through. Oh, don't worry, Rose. Don't worry. Trust me, it's coming. It's coming. Don't worry. Don't worry. Trust me, Rose. I'm about to take care of all that right now. But you know why I did though? Because guess what? Mental revenge is way worse than physical. Because guess what? That small, minute waste of a thought minority, because they have nothing valuable they have nothing of value, nothing of substance, and nothing that contributes anything good. They got to go back through that video and see the chat and the panel and Queen Sheba defend me every damn time. So no, I did the right thing because I was raised right. Rose, when you know who you are, you don't have to apologize. I know I didn't owe her apology, but I was raised right. Dr. Alicia Nicole doesn't have a man that's articulate, doesn't have a man that has range, doesn't have a man that can stand 10 toes down for her. Hashtag in the words of this Silver, she's a pick-Misha. Said it. Those people who came against me, pick-Mishas. Said it. Oh, I got something for y'all. Let's keep going. So that's how Ricky Smiley got on the radio and the auditions and all that stuff. Then Katt Williams said, Earthquake can't read and could not be an actor. Katt asked Shannon, do you get along with the people you played against? And Shannon said, of course not. Katt said he's taking 42 people on the road with him, and anyone say anything different is a Faison liar. And Faison Love has 0 comedy specials. And then he talked about how someone light-skinned who hasn't done an interview in 20 years comes out and does an interview. And he talked about comedians dating and married non-attractive light-skinned women. And then a whole collage came out. I'm like, oh my Lord Jesus. I'm like, you know what? I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm like, wow. So Katt Williams says the reason why y'all haven't liked me is because I took your information, your knowledge, and your secrets and made a career for 30 years. And then this is the allegation that blew my mind. Katt Williams said that Steve Harvey was never homeless, making $3,000 a show, doing 5 shows a week. Steve and Cedric never went to the Comedy Store. Tiffany was only seen at the Laugh Factory, and there's never been a sold-out Kevin Hart show. No standing ovation at a comedy club for Kevin Hart. When do you know a person who has had deals when he got here with his own sitcom on network TV and a movie called Soul Plane? We haven't seen it before or since. What do you think a plant is? I'm like, Katt, really? Really, though? I mean, no lies detected, though. I mean, I haven't heard any of my friends going out to see Kevin Hart. Not one. Kevin Hart. I've heard people say I'm going to see Katt Williams. That part, don't worry, we'll get to in a minute. But yeah, I'm going to see Katt Williams. I'm going to see some more. I'm going to see Wanda Sykes. I'm going to see Monique. I'm going to see oh my God, I can't remember the other sister's name, but she's a part of the Queens of Comedy as well. I've heard people go see DL. I've heard people go see Ced, but not Kevin Hart. And Bernie Mac was still alive. He would still be selling out stadiums. You know why? Because old school still works. Old school still works. You know what? I'm not doing this with y'all tonight. I'm not doing this with y'all yet tonight. Yes, he did date Hazel E. Woo! Lord Jesus. So with that being said, I cannot. So with that being said, Satan, and I thought this was another powerful quote, and Kat has some really good quotes. He says Satan is not powerful to create anything, especially for his people. Facts on facts on facts. Some people pretend that they have power when no one has given them power. Why do y'all think that some people who are in charge, like Elon Musk, has all these problems in the world? Because they are power drunk, because no one gave a damn about them in their childhood, like Dr. Alicia Nicole. Oh, let's keep going. I got time today. Harvey Weinstein allegedly offered to suck Katt's ding dong in front of the agency. And he talks about why Gary Owen hasn't crossed over. And listen, I do agree that there are certain gatekeepers that they don't allow for success to happen, no matter how much you try to do, right? So I really do believe that. So as that is happening here, Steve left stand-up comedy because of a battle with Katt Williams, right? So there was a battle, I think, in Detroit in front of 10,000 people. He had Steve Harvey had a radio show on 107.5 WGCI FM Chicago. We played the hits, right? And so it was called Club Throwdown. And so there was a battle to happen, and Steve Harvey lost that battle. Okay, so that's context for that. So Ricky playing an old woman, Cedric can't write. Faison hasn't done a tour 20 years, and Steve Harvey don't do stand-up. And so then the clarification of the comic view, of the joke twice being done. Katt did the original joke, and then Cedric took it. So that was the 1998 Comedy Store, then 2 years later on Kings of Comedy. So then we get into his childhood. Cincinnati, Ohio, born and raised. Cincinnati, Ohio, born, Dayton, Ohio, raised, Jehovah Witness. He was accepted into college at 7 years old. Katt loved to read. At 5 years old, he was in front of 10,000 people giving a set. And, when his teachers asked him what he wanted to be, he said, and I quote, that he would say what he wanted to be didn't exist. So he was 5'5", 5 foot tall, 7 inches in the 5th grade. And his punishment would be taking books away from him because he was a voracious reader. And, listen, I get that kids need punishment, but also too, like, he's reading a damn book. Really, like that's the punishment. But then again, I think I'd rather have my book taken away than getting a whooping. But I didn't get many. I got some, okay? But listen, my parents have always whooped me when it was necessary. Okay, but I think I was a good child growing up. I mean, look where I'm at now. I'm talking with all of you about real life stuff based on old school values that were birthed and put into me, and it's still cultivating me through this very day. So, Katt loved his parents, but could not deal within the religious framework that they were in as Jehovah Witnesses, and by the age 8 to 12, in the age range of 8 to 12 years old, he read 3,000 books nonfiction. He got into the National Science Academy, but failed. He purposely failed because he didn't see it as an opportunity. He felt constrained because there were all these people, all these students in white coats, rather, and he just felt constrained. So he could drive when he was 12, and he went from Ohio to Florida at 13, and he just wanted to get away from snow. So he went to the truck stop asking truckers where they were going. He took him and his puppy in the back of the 18-wheeler, and Katt and his dad had a disagreement on how he wanted to be in the world, right? So it was an altercation, and so he had to leave. So he went to Coconut Grove in Miami, where he would sleep and then study and then go to the library for 8 hours, and then went to the marina and stole car rails and made $2,000 almost daily. So Katt said being a homeless person made him Katt being homeless made him a better person because he was able to talk to anybody, everybody. And he said basically all these people done dumb decisions. They did dumb decisions that led them to where they are. They were black, white, Asian, Italian, German, Irish. And I really appreciate that from Katt, because sometimes when you hear from celebrities, you will hear, you'll hear the struggle, but you won't hear how deep the struggle went. And I appreciate Katt for that. I really, really did. And like I said this morning, 14 million views, by the way, y'all, compared to Carisha Please with 2.2 million views on Black China. Okay, listen. So Disney sued Katt Williams for Cat in the Hat. Now, last time I checked, I thought Cat in the Hat was Dr. Seuss. I mean, unless Dr. Seuss and Disney worked at the time, that I do not know. But I thought that was quite interesting. But either way, I'm taking that face value here. So he switched to Katt Williams. That's what it was. And so this is where I really I dug Katt's vibe with this, right? So Katt says he loved comedy. He studied the white comedians. He studied all the greats, probably Richard Pryor and, Flip Wilson and all of them, regardless of the field, because he just loved the art form of it. Shannon said that the internet broke the streak of comedy because guess what? You could run your set 3 to 4 months. Right? You can run your set 3 to 4 months. By the way, like, comment, share, subscribe, everybody. Glad to have all you here. We're on tour talking about the Shannon Sharpe and Katt Williams interview that happened on Club Shay Shay. But yeah, Shannon said the internet broke the fact that you didn't have to do your stand-up, right, for 3 to 4 months at a time, that you could drag it out. But now the internet broke that because guess what? If it was a repeated joke, the internet can tell it all, right? So, Am I though? Oh, just you wait, Revelation. Just you wait. Oh, my Lord. So, Katt, derived his jokes based on the audience that you are in front of. That's how he started out. And, then Shannon said, how many times must you tell a joke before it's perfected? Then Katt said, how many times do you sleep with a woman to know what to do? If you good, never. Lord Jesus. No lies detected, though, because, listen, you grown and she grown. You know your audience, and you know that there's something funny here that they can have a release from. What's understood doesn't need to be explained. So listen. So he was going to go to the Marine Corps and have his family come down. So he told that story. That didn't work. So he was selling products door to door at 13 to 14 years old. And so in Oklahoma City, there was these ladies of the night that took care of him. So for those of you who may not remember, Lackawanna Blues, it was an HBO movie. Really, really amazing movie. And it was Mama. And so yeah, it was Mama. So this guy grew up in this transition home for people, and same thing with Billie Holiday in the Diana Ross Billie Holiday movie. How her mom, let me tell you something, Lackawanna Blues is a vibe, and the Billie Holiday movie with Diana Ross, how her mom was a madam at a 304 house or house. So, growing up in that, these ladies of the night, took care of Katt. And let me just say this too. To anybody and everybody judging somebody for a profession, what is your behind doing while you judging them? The people that talk the most, do the most, and go the hardest usually ain't got ish going on in their own life. I was talking with Gigi nowadays. I'm like, isn't it interesting when people try to come for you? They say, oh, you do this, oh, you do that, all around the world. They can't pull up no receipts on you. But yeah, if we talk to their family members, they will be quiet like a church mouse, not being able to squeak through their stomach, their brain, or anything else that's in them that's important. Stop. And not to mention people who judge strippers. Some of y'all went to the strip club on Saturday, went to church on Sunday. Stop it. Stop it. I got time today. Anyway, so then he was in San Francisco 18 years and younger. Once he had his kid, he had to switch how he was making money. So he did his first set in Florida. He did his first set in Florida for 5 minutes. In Oklahoma City, there was a contest where you got on tour with Jeff Foxworthy, Larry the Cable Guy, the Blue Collar Tour. Then he lived in Sacramento for 2 years and did shows in front of white artists before moving to Oakland for 3 years. And then he moved to Los Angeles because he was like, okay, I've studied my craft. I studied the audiences. Now I'm game for anything. And the show was tailored to comedy, from churches where he did no cussing to everywhere else. And as you grow your audience. So in Oakland, Katt Williams joined Louis Farrakhan. He joined Louis Farrakhan. And so I thought it was interesting because he talked about that religious discovery, because his parents were Jehovah's Witness. And he said that he wanted to be able to go to a mosque. He wanted to be able to go to a synagogue. He wanted to be able to be of the people. He just didn't want to hear about it. And I appreciate that. There's this great documentary called The Power of Belief from Oprah Winfrey. And they go all around the world. And it's the power of the belief in anything is possible, from religion to relationships. And honestly, I believe that that's the religion everybody's on. Everybody's on the religion of the power of belief. You know what I mean? So I thought that was quite a powerful statement there. And, Katt says that he is a vessel, that he knows who he is. He knows the gift. So when it comes to jokes and stuff, he just utilizes himself, allows God to work through him, and he does what he does. And I agree with that. Same thing with me. All this social commentary I do, it's a gift to be able to have the gift of gab. It really, really is. And sometimes just because you're not being seen by everybody doesn't mean you're not being seen. And that's real talk. That's real talk. So, like I said, there was a thing of Wanda Smith at V103 with Frank Ski. So Red Grant was at the station because he was promoting his comedy set. Katt Williams was not supposed to be on the interview. So Wanda Smith was digging at Katt for a long time before all this happened. And so basically what ended up happening was Katt just flamed Wanda Smith live on air and said, what do you cook for your boys? And she said, I do a really nice broccoli. And he said, so what I do with corn is I boil some water. And when I boil that water and pour that corn in there, I pour some Xanarans on it. If you can't keep your blood pressure down, you can't keep me down. If you come down right now to 7-Eleven, you can get Wanda Smith's jewelry, everything on for $19.99. Won't you come on down? Shout out to the plus size woman, Elaine Bryant. It was glorious radio. Oh my God, it was great. But Wanda Smith better be thankful I was a damn co-host, because Hey, listen, Katt, because she can't look. If you can't keep your blood pressure down, you can't keep you down. Listen, I cause blood pressure to rise up with thick thighs. You understand, Katt? Katt, my man, Katt. Oh, I would have acted a fool. Because honestly, like, the energy Wanda Smith gave to Katt was so unnecessary. Like, trying to sneak his clothing. It was Gucci 2015 collection. And that's the thing too. Like you said, Revelation, I'm pretty good at sneak dissing. That's the thing. Wanda Smith was trying to sneak this, and she thought because she was a woman that she would get the smoke from a male comedian. And Katt was like, nah, we ain't doing that ish. I don't know who the fuck you think you are, but I'm known way more than you. Oh, Lord Jesus. So we get to the part of that Wanda allegedly shamed Katt in being gay. And so then there was a event at the Atlanta Comedy Theater where a gun was pulled out at the nightclub. And so This clip here, I am so ready. I am so ready to show y'all this clip because I think that sometimes men and women get too defensive when someone is having an opinion. And when you open up your mouth, you play the victim when you cause yourself to become a victim. So, with that being said, let me get this timestamp on here because I want y'all to hear it directly live because I got time today. Let me get this up. So, Rose, I'm about to respond. This is just for a minute. Because this is powerful.
You hear out of the kindness of your heart. You are.
No, I'm saying
in the
interview
yes.
situation.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
For sure.
Yeah, and this person knew I wasn't there for that
But how hard, because you have to understand, she is a female. And so you have to be careful. You have to handle her with kid gloves.
Sir. You want to go ahead and take that out? You don't want to be against equality, do you?
No.
What you just said was very unequal, sir.
But
I think maybe you've had enough of this. Because I think I just heard you say that women are not equal and should be treated unequally.
They want to be treated.
You mean
equal.
As a comedian?
No. Listen, you understand and I understand.
Yeah.
In certain situations, they want to be treated equal. Not all situations.
And what part of what you saw her get?
She deserved everything you gave her.
What part would have been different if she was a man? It would have just been more vicious.
Yeah, that's my point.
I took all the vicious and venom away because I didn't have any. Plus, I understood. I'm not trying to offend black women with short hair. I'm not trying to offend heavyset women. I'm not trying to upset fellow comedians. I'm not trying to do any of that, and I am qualified to be able to do none of that and still eviscerate you because I'm smart enough to know that I need to say that you have gnarled fingers because I know your limited education means you don't know what the word means. So you can't possibly respond to it. You're not sure of the meaning. And I'm going to continue hitting you because this is what comedians do.
Right.
You've been masquerading that you're a comedian too. And that's the fallacy.
So
nobody in boxing fights out of their weight class. If you're a 130 pounder, you don't just show up with the 160 pounders. You stay in your weight class.
Is that what you wanted to do?
No.
That she was out of her league when it came to... Because
I didn't want to do any of it.
I know you didn't want to, but once she took it there, did you feel that you had to go there? Oh, you
go where?
You could have said, Wanda, I didn't come here for that. I just want to do the interview. I just want to talk about what happened.
Oh, you misunderstand my job. My job is to be funny. My job is to be funny first. My first job is to be funny. My second job is to be respectful. My third job is to be immaculate and Gaza strip it. That's non-political. I'm saying, if you do it, you let a terrorist accidentally touch over here, and I won't stop burning you down until there ain't nothing left. It'll literally be rubble on top of rubble, and I'll still be bombing. Why? Because that's why you should mind your business.
Oh!
This is what F around and find out is about.
Right.
Oh!
Have you ever been booed?
So to Dr. Alicia Nicole, to let it go to that small, minute waste of thought minority who tried to come against me when the whole chat in Queen Sheba's live agreed with me, when the panel agreed with me, when Queen Sheba agreed with me, when even the apologist said I wasn't coming for her. If I was attacking people's intelligence, then why are there 1,500 people over here as subscribers? Just a question. If I was attacking people's intelligence and giving a half-ass apologies, then let's go to my channel. let's go on my channel, because I think sometimes receipts are important here. I think they are. What does that say, y'all? What does that say? What does that say? Let me read it out for y'all. 75,341 total views. If I was attacking people's intelligence and giving half-assed apologies, then why am I a regular schmegular panel member on panels? Why am I known as Pastor Braylon on Chit Chat with QT? Why am I allowed in the queendom at the Silver? Like I said, why did Queen Sheba defend me? So to Dr. Alicia Nicole, before you give a prescription on who somebody is, give yourself a prescription on who you need to be, and check your damn self before you check somebody else. And I know you said you don't say nothing unless it comes to you. Guess what? It is at your doorstep, knocking. Because what Katt said was absolutely true. Men have the right to have an opinion. If you say something that's out of line, as long as I say respectfully, I got the right to say what's on my damn mind. And if what I'm saying ain't true, don't you respond to me. But if you respond to me, it must be true about you to some damn degree. Told y'all I was going to respond tonight. Told y'all that. It's all good. We can roll on. We can roll on. Oh, last thing. Got a good friend of mine. Because, you know, I really do believe that all the haters should really hear this. You know what I mean? All the haters. I really do mean this. All the haters should really know this, okay? Hey, Dwayne, can you let Dr. Alicia Nicole let it go, that small, minute waste of thought minority who try to come against me, into every hater here, there, everywhere? Can you let them know what they should do for me, please? And thank you. I'm going to let The Rock take over just for this brief minute.
I'll tell you what I think. It doesn't matter what you think. And what you do, Michael Cole, is you sit your ass down at that announcer booth, you take off your headset, and you don't say a word. And I quote, you know your damn role and shut your damn mouth.
One more time, because I know as you get older, as you at your ending and I'm at my beginning, it's kind of hard to have the capacity, capability, and comprehension of brain cells to form a brain for you to understand what needs to be heard. So let me do it one more time for you.
I'll tell you what I think. It doesn't matter what you think. And what you do, Michael Cole, is you sit your ass down at that announcer booth, you take off your headset, and you don't say a word. And I quote, you know your damn role and shut your damn mouth.
We good? We good? We good. Let's roll on. So then Shannon asks, have you ever been booed before? The honest opinion is the only thing that matters, and being booed is a learning experience. Comedians don't get booed enough. Michael Blackson has a fake African voice when liars come in groups. Katt Williams got to come to Shannon. And then Katt Williams says, this is Kurt Franklin on the other side of praying, the reckoning of 2024. I ain't mad at Katt. Because guess what? We all got another side to us of praying. We all do. I do right here. Hello, Brainley. Nice to meet you. Hi. Child, please. Woo, Lord Jesus. By the way, PD S65674. Hope you're proud of me, because I agree with you. I shouldn't apologize I shouldn't have to apologize as a man. Keep continuing to apologizing when there's other men doing worse than me. I give a lot more than I receive. I put hard work, soul, and energy into this thing. And not to mention, Bow Wow is doing better at selling do-rags than you selling bonnets. Step up and be better. But, I forgot, when nothing better is in you, you can't rise to be better. Anyway, let's roll on. So then we get to LA, Los Angeles, California, ladies and gentlemen. Cedric the Entertainer gave away the Anheuser-Busch Award, and Katt won the award. And Katt said something that was quite powerful about Kevin Hart and Katt Williams. If what I'm saying ain't true, don't respond to me. But if you respond to me, it must be true about you to some degree. Like I said, 1,500 people are over here because they rock with me. They do. 75,341 times being seen. Y'all be careful. Be careful who you surround yourself with as a doctor, because not every doctor has an education. Some people pay for their doctors, their doctorate. There have been schools that have done scams about being a doctor. Real talk. So anyway, listen, should have kept your mouth shut. If you don't know me, stay yourself, of yourself, and by yourself. Just saying. But anyway, so Katt Williams said that Kevin Hart and Katt Williams have never been in a hallway in 25 years, but he said something quite powerful. He said, the Lord's eventually going to let me and you be in a hallway. And I agree with that. Because some people, they think, oh man, pork rinds, people steal my jokes all the time. Understood. Welcome and glad to have you here. So I do agree with that. The Lord's going to allow you to see me in a hallway. And I understood why Katt said that, because guess what? Kevin Hart would not be able to match pound for pound, fist for fist, soul for soul with Katt Williams. He couldn't do it. If you give me a ticket to Katt Williams, when we going? I'm ready. Kevin Hart, okay, I'll wait till YouTube comes out. But Bray, the tickets are $200. Okay, and the $200 could have went to a car payment. Could have went to water, lights, gas. Hell, we could have had a Hulu subscription for some months. What you doing? Y'all remember that stand-up special that he had in his home? I don't think Kevin Hart is really of the people that he allowed people actually in his actual home. Oh, Lord. You know what really boggles my mind? Kevin Hart cheated on his whole wife. People say, and I'm not the only person that says Kevin Hart a friend. There's a lot of people that say Kevin Hart ain't. And the crazy thing is, like, here's how stupid Kevin Hart is. He said a joke one time about his son's passcode. So he asked his son for the passcode, and the son said, "Fuck you." And Kevin was like, "What did you say?" And Kevin was like, "What did you say?" "Fuck you." In the vegetable. No, Dad. Listen, the password is "fuck you." So your son made the passcode of "fuck you" just to be able to say it to you? Oh, your son is more of a comedic legend than your behind this. And I'm not here for disrespecting parents, but good damn. Good damn. So anyway, let's keep going. And Katt says, I'm much bigger than you think. I have much less play than you think. So then Shannon and Katt talk about going to the gym. And, Katt says that, he doesn't work out at the gym. He did like 100 push-ups a day, and he used to do sit-ups but tore his rotator cuff. But he does golf though. His game is not that good, but he can hang. And then Katt says everything that Cedric the Entertainer Ricky been cut out of, it was because it wasn't funny. And then he said, I can't imagine being a bum and not being good, but faking being good at what you do. I'm like, oh my God, he gave no dams, no ucks, no ish on anybody. Oh man. He said what needed to be said. He said what needed to be said. I'm like, oh my God. And he says Steve Harvey is not a writer, but we are impressed that you can say funny things. So then they talk about Money Mike, the first movie, Friday After Next, and that, you know, how do you prepare for a role? And Katt said, well, first of all, I erased myself out the role. And he goes to his experiences to play these characters. So for Money Mike, he went to a pimp turned rapper named Mac Minister. And he said that in order to do any role, that you have to allow yourself to let go of yourself and to go to places that you may not want to go to. So he didn't want to play a caricature of pimp, so he went to an actual pimp. Just like, for example, you may not be the best at communication, so you go to a communication consultant or expert so you can learn how to communicate. But then again, if you don't know how to communicate in general, then how can a specialist make you better? Oh, let's roll. Anyway. So Katt Williams said you can't be Faison love in every movie. And then Shannon Sharpe said, well, Faison love was good in this movie and that movie. And then Katt Williams says, and I quote, you having an allegiance is unbecoming of you. I need Katt to do an interview series. I need Katt to do an interview series. And look, listen, invite celebrities, invite everyday Katt. I will come on your show. We will have a great damn interview. And you know what, Kevin? Not like you need help, because apparently, allegedly, you have a gambling problem. Apparently, allegedly, that you cheated on your wife once again, even though you cheated on your wife before she was 7 to 8 months pregnant. You got into the Mile High Club. It's not like you need help. But you know that little cute talk show that nobody asked for called Heart to Heart on Peacock? If you really are about peace, if you're really about love, if you're really about moving on, if you're really about having a heartbeat like Heartbeat Productions, invite Katt Williams on Heart to Heart on Peacock. But you won't do it, though. You won't do it. You won't do it at all, because guess what that means? If he comes on and he out whoops your behind and being funny, that means everybody sees it. And that means you gotta take being roasted, because that means people gonna do reviews on it. You ain't about comedy. You about your damn self. You are, bro. My one of my friends. Yeah, I can't believe you don't like Kevin Hart, dude. I can hang with Bernie because there's something to relate to. What do I relate to with Kevin Hart? We both black, okay. We both sons, okay. We both amnesia, okay. What else you got? That's like me and Kylie Jenner having the same birthday, August 10th. I'm supposed to get along with her? No. What the hell? Just because black people look alike don't mean we all get along. What the hell wrong with you? Bring me something of substance to give a damn about. Then I'll judge you. Just because you in the culture don't mean you should be giving a damn about. Child, please. So, Katt Williams said that Faison's role wasn't good. And, Shannon said, well, if your talent, supports you, then you should rise. And Katt was like, no. That's a cute analogy in so many words. But if you're doing what you're supposed to do, you will always be great because you're giving a damn at being great. You're putting in the work on your work to always become better. Katt's a student in the game. I got nothing but respect for him. Nothing but respect for him. And do y'all notice how everyone is talking about Katt, but nobody's saying that he's a liar? Because Ricky Smiley was like, all right, y'all, 18 minutes after the hour, Ricky Smiley Morning Show. I just want to wish Katt the best. Ain't said that he's a liar. Tiffany Haddish said that he looked like Charleston White. And there were some people in the Jasmine Gray comment section saying, you better be lucky he didn't bring up that skit that you did with Ari Spears. Katt Williams has 14 comedy specials. He's got a Netflix deal in the 8-figure range. Tiffany, what you doing? Oh, that's right. We forgot you were drunk behind the wheel as the car was running. And you pleaded not guilty for a DUI, but yet you've been charged not to drink and do drugs. And you want to talk about Katt Williams? Really? Really? Kevin already talked about your ass, so listen. Cedric the Entertainer, I got nothing but love for you. One of my all-time favorite sitcoms was The Soul Man with Niecy Nash. One of my favorites. I loved Lolly. Personally, I think I should have been Lolly's FWB on the side in The Soul Man on TV Land, personally. But that's neither here nor there. I love me some. Oh, Niecy Nash can get it. But she's married. She's a married woman, so I'm going to just be cool. Listen. And Rookie Fest should still be on TV. By the way, did y'all know that Niecy Nash was supposed to have a late night talk show on TNT? And by the way, there's a deal with Niecy Nash to have a daytime talk show through CBS television distribution. Bet you didn't know that, though. But yet y'all want to come from me. And I have the plug. Okay, let's keep going. Steve Harvey. I know he's going to respond on the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Actually, you know what? Let me look up the Steve Harvey Morning Show because they like have a podcast version. I don't know if he actually responded or not. Let me look up the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Okay, so I see looks, personality versus looks, lies, men tell, ask Steve Harvey, FM.com, and more. That was one day ago. Cussing Christians, exes, downfall, postal workers, dating with kids, and more. I'm not seeing Katt Williams in the podcast on YouTube. But I know he's gonna have a response. I know Steve Harvey's gonna have a response. But yeah, notice how everybody's coming out, but yet nobody's saying that he's a liar. Notice how I just said what needed to be said. Ain't nobody gonna say nothing. Because guess what? All that's gonna happen is all these legendary tourists, as the legendary Alpha MC calls us, Virtual Travels, Virtual Tour family, and all of y'all who know me in the live chats, y'all gonna come out the woodwork. And then what? What are you gonna say then? I was on with Melody. It boggles my mind. If I give half-assed apologies and attack intelligence, I'm this, that, and the third all around the world. How come I was on with Melody Cherie Rogers on her Instagram Live? How come I had so many people saying, hey, Braylon, the chat on Instagram Live? If I'm that bad of a person, how come I celebrate when Tate Talks making it to 10K? If I was that bad, how come I wanted to celebrate Tea Talk with your girl when she made it to 5,000 subscribers? But yeah, I'm doing the most. Okay. Oh, Lord Jesus. It's a new year and some of y'all are still old. Well, I mean, that's where you are, mentality and how you carry yourself, so I'm not surprised. But anyway, let's keep rolling. Rose, you see I responded, right? So anyway, so they allow Katt Williams. Now we're back into the interview. So they allow Katt Williams to ad-lib his first movie. So he saw 300 comedians auditions for Friday After Next, and he watched them 10 times a piece. Katt Williams is like me when it comes to being in media. I watch Ryan Seacrest, I watch Steve Harvey, I watch Nick Cannon, Pat Sajak, Alex Trebek. I watch all of them. I watch all the legends, okay? I watch all the legends. Todd Newen. I watch all the hosts because there's something to learn from all of them. When I say I love this thing of media, I'm saying that because I truly love it. Y'all saw my media nerdness today when I covered the Oprah Winfrey show. Remember how we talked about that Jonathan Majors interview and how it's going to be a half-hour special on Hulu, and I asked, where's the rest of the tape? Remember how we talked about that this morning? And I showed y'all how Oprah Winfrey had 112 questions prepared for him on Oprah's next chapter. And how it was a 2.5-hour interview, and Norah O'Donnell said, I don't know how you're going to cut that down. And Oprah was like, I'm actually not going to cut that down. I had to carry in the tapes because I didn't trust the satellite. And then Barbara Walters, God rest her soul, showcased how you prep for an interview with questions. So when I tell y'all this is what I do, y'all, this is what I do. Like I said, like Revelation said, rather. Y'all don't want that smoke. So anyway, so Terry Crews was on Friday After Next, and Terry Crews said that when Katt did the movie, he was homeless. So Katt said that he had a baby son playing with his chain, and the chain broke his 2 front teeth and had a tumor. It costed 100 bands. Now, for those of you who don't know what 100 bands is in the community, that's $100,000 to the rest of us. But in the black community, it's 100 bands, 50 bands. Understand? So, with that being said, Katt Williams lived in the trailer. And so there was one section of the crew doing their own rehearsals. Katt did his own rehearsals. And let me tell you something. What he said was so powerful. Let's see here. What he said was so powerful about living in the trailer. He said that, you know, this was like the NFL draft for Shannon Sharpe, and that doing this movie could change the course of their lives. So when they all went home, he slept in the trailer. I ain't mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all. Because at the beginning, middle, and end of the day, when you have given everything you got, or I put it like this rather, if you had one shot to capture everything you ever wanted, would you capture it? Knees weak, arms heavy, lights begin. Oh, there they go. Go, grab. Back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. You only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. You better lose yourself. Understood, Katt? I wouldn't done the same thing. If I didn't have it, real talk, all I need is an allowance for me to get food. Let me sleep in the trailer. I'm about to host a TV show for the first time. I'll do what it takes. Because that's the thing, like, and we talked about this last night in the Onyx collab and Chill and Ice Chill, and that'll be coming up tonight, 10 p.m. Eastern on Clubhouse. And we talked about how young people don't have that grind. They don't have that dog in them. They don't want to work for nothing. A young person here, wait, what? You slept in a trailer? Oh, no, I can't do that. No, I can't do that. No. I'm just like, really though? Really though? Really though? And I appreciate the vulnerability of Katt, because one opportunity can make you or break you. And when he got that check from Friday After Next, that took care of his teeth and his tumor. That's all that all that money went to that. So shout out to Katt. He's been in the game a long time. He just don't get his respect. So Ricky Smiley talked about how this bandana covered his nose and mouth. And Terry Crews had conversations with Katt about this opportunity, because Terry Crews has been in some high profile positions. And when it came to Ice Cube paying his people, Katt said those people are weird. He said, what did you expect? This was an opportunity. And so, you know, the new Friday movie that everybody's been talking about for I don't know how long. Now, Ice Cube said that Lionsgate didn't want to give him the right, so that's why the new Friday movie hasn't been made yet. But Katt then says Cube asked Katt to write next Friday and that he's down to do it. But then he says John Witherspoon can't be quantified. And I totally agree, because he was Pops in the Boondocks. And that brother there, John Witherspoon, his son did this show called Confetti on Facebook Watch. I would watch it. And Facebook Watch was a platform where it was Steve on Watch, after party in the Red Table. So Confetti was like a live trivia game show. His son hosted that for a long time, and he does like video game reviews and stuff like that. But yeah, that brother is a legend. So, and then this where I was like, wait, what? Katt Williams said Chris Tucker is Epstein, not Smokey. I was like, dude, do you not know what that could do to Chris Tucker if people believe that ish? You know, people's attention spans like a damn gnat. Cat, that wasn't cool. And I wasn't here for it. He could have said, hey, listen, I don't know Chris's, vibe, but from what I got, he doesn't seem like the same person I knew. That's all you had to say, Cat. That's all you had to say, bro. That was uncouth. That was uncouth. And he said, being confident and not delusional is a skill. So I'm on page 4 of 7. We're almost done with the review. So then they talk about Def Comedy Jam and Comic View. And Katt said Comic View was the break for comedians, because you just, that platform allowed you to be seen by everybody. And Def Comedy Jam allowed comedy to happen because hip hop was a fad. So you were able to have the rap game and comedy collide to come together as one. And if you were a comedian who cussed, you were banned. And so he talked about Joe Rogan and how he promotes 6 comedians that aren't funny, and that, there are gatekeepers. And so Shannon asked, would you ever go back on Comic View? And, Katt said, oh, you didn't know about Comic View? That Kevin Hart bought the rights. He bought the rights for it. And so yeah, I thought and that is true. He did buy the rights, and he's like, no, I want to go on Comic View. I've already done it. And I understood what he meant by that, that is for new comedians to come in, and that, there are gatekeepers. Then, Kevin Hart let Tiffany come through, and now this and now that. And so, comedy changes with the times, because there was a question asked, do you think the comedy back then that those comedians like Bernie Mac and Richard Pryor could do it now? He's like, no, comedy changes. Comedy changes. You know what I mean? That, we don't have to say the R word, but you can say slow, you can say special needs. And I appreciate that, because I can only imagine what comedians go through. It's almost like being a social commentator. You put your business out here and you upset that we talking about it. Where they do that at? Really? So I just didn't get it. I really, really didn't get it. And so he used $22,000 of his $25,000 to fund his first stand-up special. So Katt's goal was to have a virgin actual social self-ho and not to suck a ding-dong. I'm like, Katt, really, those were your goals? Those were your goals? I couldn't. So then he was talking about he also didn't want to get with a white woman because he didn't want to run down the street like Jonathan Majors. I'm like, I cannot. And he said, not that I don't love white women, but, listen. So then Shannon said, well, I'm beginning to notice from this interview is that competition is real in comedy. It's like, oh, absolutely. Competition is real in any sport. It fuels you to become better. And he said, if you are a loser, don't act like you don't know why you left. And if you took shortcuts to get to where you are and you didn't put on people who had great work ethic, don't pretend while people are talking about that you're a loser. Don't do that. And I agree with him. And then they talk about comedy specials and stuff like that. Katt Williams turned down $50 million 4 times. And he said that he turned down 4 times because he didn't want to go against his integrity. And sometimes you have to say no. Like I told no to PD, I have receipts. Katt! What you mean? What do you mean? Like, really though? I said no to Diddy. I have receipts, dude. You can't just drop that. Now, there was times of this interview where, you know, there were times of this interview where Katt was handling Shannon, and he really was. And honestly, too, like I said, Bondi Blue said that, you know, Shannon Sharpe isn't a good interview. I don't feel like an interview was needed for this. I feel like Katt Williams wanted to say whatever he wanted to say. And Shannon Sharpe was not trying to lead him any. And I love Bondi Blue. Bondi Blue is so amazing. I think she's going to have her own daytime talk show. Honestly, you know what? Screw daytime. She can do late night. We need some female comedians in late night TV. And Bondi Blue can show up and show out. Because that New Orleans accent, y'all saw her in that red dress. Jesus be offense. Listen, I know she's married, but if Bondi Blue was single, I would try to shoot my shot. Absolutely. Now, listen, I'm from Arkansas, home of the Hogs, Woo Pig Suey Razorbacks, and she's from Louisiana, home of LSU Tigers, but we would get along just fine. Just fine. Because we got the same soul, same vibe, same hustle mentality. Listen, I ain't mad at her. I think she's a great legend, and she is going to be beyond what anybody could ever think, fathom, or comprehend. And I'm not saying that just to say that either. Y'all should know me by now. I don't say anything unless I mean it. Y'all should know me by now. Now listen, just because, and Katt Williams said this too, just because I say what I said about these comedians don't mean I don't wish them well. And just because I say what I say about anybody that comes out my mouth don't mean I don't wish them well. I'm just not here for the shit. Right is right and wrong is wrong. And I think that should be a universal rule for everybody. You may not like a person, but that doesn't mean that you may not like a person, but that doesn't mean they have to eat at your table. Real talk. So shout out to Bondi Blue. Y'all like, comment, share, subscribe to her. Not that she needs my help, but seriously, she is way talented. I really, really mean that. So then Martin Lawrence, you know, talks to Katt Williams about, you know, a future movie. And Katt Williams said, listen, whenever you get your next movie, I'm here for it. So then guess what the script is? Big Mama's House 2. And Katt was looking for all these executives like, I know yo again. Ass is lying. I know you like, what the fuck you get me in here for? Okay. Now I know Katt didn't do all that, but basically it's only was he was like, are you at your rabbit ass mind? So listen. So he said, why do you want me in a dress? Get Brandon T. Jackson. That's what they did. They got Brandon T. Jackson. So then we get to a legend in the game, Prince. We get to Prince, y'all. We get to Prince. Hashtag Purple Rain. Prince was unlike anybody in this world, and Katt met Prince when he was 12 years old. And Prince's car collection is Katt's car collection, and their connections, Prince and Katt's, was lyrics, women, and cars. And Prince was rich at 18 years old. He wanted to be different than anybody else, and how he had to fight his way in order to be somebody. And the way Katt talked about Prince is the way that we've known, because there's not too many celebrities where, oh, you hear a story about them, that's who they are. Everybody who has talked about Prince talks about Prince being beyond what could be imagined, fathomed, or be able to comprehend. That is beautiful, Nikki News. I bet you it was amazing. I bet you it was. I bet you it was. Listen, have a purple fountain with purple colored purple dye water. Listen, I feel you. Not to mention, purple is a royal color. Shout out to all the purple people in the building. And people who like purple. But anyway, so then they talked about, how do you feel with streaming? And he talks about his 8-figure Netflix deal. And then he talks that Quake is funny, but he didn't transition and hurt him, and crossover is the goal. So when Steve Harvey said, I didn't want to be no movie star, he's like, lies, you damn. Everybody want to cross over. So then, he, I think he helped Melba. I think he helped Melba Gibbs or somebody named Melba have a star on the Walk of Fame. And he was like, listen, they try to get me a star on the Walk of Fame, but what you're not going to do is you're not going to have me have a star, and this person been over here grinding and hustling and giving everything they got. And so he's like, if people can't afford their flowers, if they can't get them, no. That's not how that works. It will have a messed up angel like me come through and help them. And so they talk about the strip club because, Shannon Sharpe asked, have you ever thought about getting married? And Katt said, I like the companionship of women. And Shannon tries to play off, but Katt remembers the question. And so, he's like, listen, what's the point of me taking a girl from the strip club, or what's the point of me going to the strip club when I just want to leave with her? If I really like her, all I can say is, what would it be like to leave the strip club? This could be your last night. Leave your purse. You don't have to do this no more. And I'm just like, damn, Katt is throwing down bars. And then he says, and I quote, stop paying people who you have no respect for. Katt, you need a clothing line with some of the things you say, because, bruh, I should be wearing your allegiance to losers is unbecoming of you hoodie right now. That's what I should be wearing. There were so many gems he dropped in this. Beyond. Oh, Lord Jesus. My Lord. Well, I hear myself loud and clear. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Glad to have y'all here in the building. Good Lord Jesus. We are live on tour talking about the Shannon Sharpe. The Shannon Sharpe and Katt Williams interview. So we're in the middle of this. They're talking about women and strip clubs and things like that. So women can't find a man because they're acting like them. And I thought that was such a powerful quote and I think someone said this before. Men are not going to be able or won't come to a woman if a woman has everything taken care of. Because men feel that they have to be a solution. So if you can fix your own car, if you pay your own bills, well, if you do this, that, and the third, then what am I here for? And I think men have to understand that sometimes it is okay to just rest as a solution for a woman. Because some women, they just want somebody to listen to them. That's it. Just show up for me. I remember Claire Crawley, Dale just shows up for me. He really does. I love Dale. I know all these other men are here, but he just shows up for me. Claire Crawley from The Bachelorette, y'all. Anyway, she is married. Congratulations. Hey, Deborah Jackson. Welcome in, Queen. Glad to have you here. We're in the middle of the Shannon Sharpe Katt Williams interview. And honestly, too, I will say this. For me to have a woman, I would like to be a solution in some things in her life, but I would like for her to come through as her own solution for her life. Because I was in a relationship where I had to be the emotional mechanic for her car. And you can't work on two cars and yet your car is not running. And I also talked to another friend, and we talked about relationships. And he said that, I don't want to be in another relationship. I'm like, you know what? I can tell you why I don't want to be in another relationship. He's like, why? Because your life is like a car, and that trunk, it only has enough trunk space for the things you want to give a damn about. And it took so much time, energy, and commitment for you to move the suitcases around, for you to put that suitcase of a relationship in there. And because it took that much to get that in there, and it took that mental toughness to get that baggage out and unpack that baggage, you don't want to do that again. He was like, damn, I never thought about it that way. You're right. I'm like, of course I'm right. That's why I said it. Damn. So, listen, I don't want to be a solution for everything in my girlfriend's life and my wifey's life. But I do want her to come as a solution. But also, guess what that means? If I'm asking her to come as a solution with her life complete, I also have to come as a solution with my life complete. I'm not one of those alpha male dudes that black women and women should be doing this, that, and the third, all around the world. Yeah. But yeah, I ain't doing nothing. That don't make no damn sense. The reason why you don't get everything on your wish list most of the time is because you have nothing of value that should be appreciated. Why should I get something for somebody on their wish list when they never appreciate me as a person? That's probably women's thinking. I know this man is not asking me to be this, that, and the third, but he ain't even appreciating my presence in his face. Sometimes we block our own blessings because of us, not because of God, not because of the devil, but because of us. And that's real talk. Let's keep rolling on. So, Katt Williams talks about earthquake, that, he can't read because he was I'm sorry. That everything Katt's been saying, he's been reading off of cue cards the whole night. I'm like, Katt, you a damn lie. Quit lying. There ain't no cue. Everything that you said was on cue card. I know he was joking. So then, Shannon Sharpe asked, have you helped the Migos? And he said the Migos, I think, have always been financially responsible with QC entertainment and everything else. But if Katt did help the Migos, and when he does something good, he's not doing it for the gram. He's a pro-black non-racist. I mean, he is for black people, but that doesn't mean he's a racist to everybody else just because he wants to be for black people. And so Shannon says also, too, sometimes comedians say that there are women that will give money to them and not say where it came from. And Katt was like, yeah, sometimes when you're at a venue and the venue doesn't pay you enough money, sometimes a comedian be like, yeah, he did a great set, but I know he broke. And that's what Katt said. Give him $700. I heard a story today where, and there was a post from Dion Cole, I think, where people were going under his comments and people were saying all the greatness of Katt Williams that I heard from Chit Chat with QT today. By the way, shout out to Chit Chat with QT. Like, comment, share, subscribe to that. So she calls me Pastor Braylon. Well, Chit Chat sometimes look, this is the other side of Pastor Braylon praying. Okay, listen, the words of Katt Williams. But no, she said that that Katt Williams was at a sports event. I think it was for basketball, and he asked, how much would be to cover everybody for the year. Katt Williams gave $3,000 and then gave $40,000 immediately afterwards. Sometimes the people that are doing the most good, you ain't hearing about them all the time. Just because you have a lot of resources doesn't mean that you are doing it in quality. Sometimes people do good things in quantity so they can look good. Let's roll on. So he says 75% of his women is sad because, quite frankly, he'd rather hear two women. He would rather hear, two women in the corner than two men in the corner. And he said the reason why he does that, because wouldn't it be nice to just get paid? Wouldn't it be nice just to get paid? And you're able to do it just because you want to help somebody, not to get anything. And then Katt Williams said, and I quote, Oh, awesome. Listen, thank you so much. Oh, that's right. You are going to a concert. I forgot about that. Enjoy the concert. Like, comment, share. Well, you already like, comment, share, subscribe. Love you, love you, love you. Hey, listen, text somebody when y'all made it there safe, okay? Because the streets are crazy out here. Love you, Nikki News, and I mean that. And y'all, Nikki News is usually here for every virtual tour live. She may not be here for every one of them, but she'll come in the comment section. There are people that come through on the regular deck of schmegula for me. I got Simbas and Nalas in the background for me. And guess what? When you know who you are, your character will show up so good that you can just rest. Anyway, love you, Nikki News. We'll talk soon, Queen. Have a wonderful time, you and the hubby. So let's get back to it here. So Katt Williams said that if your city pays me $100,000, I'm going to take 10% of that and go give it to a homeless shelter in your city. Why would I not do that? That's taking that 10 and allowing God to stretch out the 90 in the secular world. So then Katt has adopted 7 kids. And Katt said, let's pretend if God was real, what would God say if he saw you, Shannon, adopt 7 kids? And Shannon said that God would say it would be a kind gesture. Katt wanted to be God's friend growing up. And that at one time, he saw his net worth. I pray to get to that level. I saw my net worth and I had it on me. Look, I also want to get to the level where Oprah canceled her whole calendar and she was still okay. I want to be able to have everything paid off so that way I can do what Katt Williams does, what Shaquille O'Neal does, and just be good to people just because people don't ask for nothing. Now I can be a resource. That's where I want to be. That's exactly where I want to be. So then he says my net worth was less than my last Netflix deal. And he said, you know what? I can have whatever I want in my life. If I want it, all I got to do is look at it. It's mine. That's how Dave feels. I'm like, you keep, dude. And listen, I'm kind of glad Shannon didn't ask about the Dave stuff because let me tell you something. That would have been a whole nother thing. But you know what? I know Mims would have been on it. I know Make It Make Sense would have been on his stuff. You heard? So with that being said, he says that every woman he has had has been a type that he has had. He's had that type. And Katt's not against marriage, but he's tried his best to lead by example because he wasn't always the best. And, you know, he said the kids that he adopted have mothers and fathers. And I thought that was quite powerful that he is just being a resource to these kids. You know what I mean? He said that he's very proud in 21 years or something like that there's not one picture of his kids out there. You know what I mean? And let me tell you something. I feel like Katt knows people who knows people. Like, look, that's a picture of my kid. Either take it down or I'm going to handle you. And that's what they take it down because they value their life. Mentally and otherwise. So anyway, so they talk about women. Shannon and Katt talk about women. And Katt says toxic women are exciting. And he said, if you want to know why a woman is toxic, there are things that fuel the monster. If you don't want a toxic woman, cut off the resources. If she's watching Investigation Discovery, turn to cartoons. I'm like, you do know Tom and Jerry beat each other up, right? But I got what he was saying. Also, there are toxic men out here as well. Turn off the resources that make them toxic. There's something fueling the monster. And I thought that was a great point. This really was a great interview. And that's the thing too. People who are going to be doing their reviews are probably going to I'm not going to say everybody, but 10 times out of 10, you usually review the biggest parts of an interview so you can get the most clicks and views. I'm doing this because there was so much to this interview. So much to this interview that was way beyond calling people out. And so Katt Williams has a case against somebody in LA that says he was an assistant to them for 14 years. And Shannon asked, do you have any problem bringing women around the kids? And he's like, no. He's like, he loves the companionship of women. So allegedly Katt Williams had 7 guys confront him and he got shot in the thigh. And at the time, he was not even making $5,000 a year. And so, Katt Williams lives in Inglewood, Compton. And he said, and I quote that, people think I'm B or C, and that I'm not either of those. But what I do ask is that if you have business, leave me out of it. And I received that. So then they talk about the Dark Matter tour. He's been going around the country. Katt Williams has been going around the country. And he has a Netflix special in May. He's taping it at the YouTube Theater in Inglewood, California. And then, Shannon asked, what is your favorite city? And he said the next one. And then he said the reason why I say the next one's my favorite city is because every city has a different vibe, a different soul, and different people. He said the reason why you don't have empathy for other people is because you don't see other people. He threw down so much in this interview. So much in this interview. And so, with that being said, he said when Katt comes to your city, he's in your city. He wants to talk about what he knows, not what he thinks. So if there's a bar that serves a good drink, he's going to the bar. If there's a strip club, he's there. And for the first 15 minutes, he talks about what it is to be like in your city. So that way you can know that he ain't playing around with you. So then right after that, basically, Shannon asked, so what actor brings out the best in Katt? And Katt says, well, the script is already there. And at the end of the day, it's not up to me to have the best moment for actor. It's my job to do my work so my things can be good. And so then Shannon asked, what was it like to work with Spike Lee? And Katt said, he's everything that you said in my intro. And Katt said, if you can live every day as your best day like it's your last, it'll change your life. It's like, all right, we good? This day was good. Okay, I can rest. So then they talk about Taraji P. Henson. And he said, it is so sad knowing that you're the best at what you do, been in the game of your subgenre or whatever, and you still have to plead to be seen. And he said that was quite sad. And I agree. And by the way, Monique was absolutely right in what she did. I think the reason why was because it was so palpable with Monique that people couldn't hear through the noise and listen to the sound. But guess what? I do agree that Monique should be paid her worth. I think the black women in the Hollywood industry, not every black woman, but for the purposes of the conversation, every black woman should be paid. There shouldn't be no gender wage gap. Because guess what? At the beginning, middle, end of the day, as Uncle Clifford said in P Valley, y'all may not like strip club, but guess what? Strip clubs regulate a lot of emotions out here. And that's facts. So women do a whole lot out here. In the words of James Brown, this is a man's world. This is a man's world. But nothing without a woman or a girl. And that's facts. That's absolute facts. So Katt says we're the nation that says we don't pay teachers and then say the kids are the most important thing. And when people call out for help. If you're in the room, use the room. Tyler Perry can't be the one bringing work to everybody. And so then talk about wilding out. And Nick Cannon was in the kitchen. So when you're a comedian, usually your kids are in the kitchen. So Katt Williams was a protector of hip hop because Katt knew people in the world of hip hop. So he was the buffer because rappers were going to say what they were going to say. Comedians were going to say what they were going to say. So basically, all right, y'all, we comedians and we going to do what we going to do. And y'all rappers and y'all going to do what y'all going to do. But it's going to be respectful on all sides, though. So, with that being said, and I sincerely understand that too. And Katt Williams, like the young comedians, he brought 25 black women on the road with Katt. And so then they talk about Katt culture, Shannon and Katt. So they talk about Jonathan Majors, and Katt Williams said in my cat voice, they sent this damn nigger around the world for 2 damn years to show how pretty he is. His big pretty nose and other features. Y'all think this ugly Negro is pretty. What the actual hell is wrong with you? I close my eyes because I'm like, even Stevie Wonder could see this. I'm just like, really though? Really? I'm like, damn. And so, you know, then Suge Knight and Katt Williams are friends, and he says the only way that Katt Williams is friends with anybody is for people who want to be better. If you try and do that, you have a friend for life. And then Katt Williams says somebody has to be telling the truth in Meg and Tory of who shot who. And so Katt has went to jail 30 times, and he's not usually anywhere to cause trouble. And the medical card he has is to help him sleep and eat because of his work schedule. Because he's doing like 100 cities or 100 dates. And he's like, and Shannon asks, how do you bounce back in life? Because you'll drop down, then move back up to the front. And then Katt Williams says trampoline skin is what you ask God for. And I was like, damn, he really dropped so many quotes in this. So then they talk about Kanye. And Katt says, if we say that they have a mental illness, we are awful people if we're watching them and holding them accountable. Shouldn't we be grading them on a curve? And then Katt Williams says, and I quote, well, he married a whore. Shannon Sharpe was like, oh, good Lord. You know what? I can't do it. I simply cannot do it. So Katt says he married her because she was one, not that he didn't know. And Shannon says, maybe she has a good heart. And Katt just, don't you do it. And then Katt says, if what you said is not correct, then how come she dated Pete Davidson? If you weren't good enough for Pete, then what does that say about the pride? He gave no damns about anybody. No damns that part, Revelation. He gave no damns about anybody. Y'all like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'm like, Katt said he married a 304. Hey, Katt, I'm just going to let you know something. You could go to Home Depot and buy a hoe and do more saving and more doing at the Home Depot. I'm sorry. Why am I saying sorry, y'all? Y'all know me by now. But anyway, when he said that he married a whore, I'm like, well, you can do more saving, more doing at the Home Depot and get you a hoe. Like, it ain't that hard. You can dig holes in the garden in your backyard right now. You can dig and get it in, let it grow up. You know what? I need to stop. Oh, my Lord. I can't. But the thing that got me was when he said, if you can't date Pete Davidson, what does that say about the pride? Like in the words of Eminem, they were cold spaghetti. I'm like, dude. Katt gave no damns ucks or ish about anybody. I mean, my Lord. So basically, then Katt says, why are you complaining about something that they don't do? That's like saying, why did a basketball player score hockey goals or hockey points or whatever the hell, or goals? And then Katt said, well, TD Jakes is with P. Diddy. Katt, really, Katt? And Shannon just said, I hope people want to come back to Club Shay Shay after this. Dude, listen. Shannon, listen to me, bro. Chit Chat with QT said allegedly that you got like, now this is all alleged. Now I think Chit Chat with QT said this number because of the views. She said that you could have got a $250,000 check, dude. You're gonna be just fine, dude. You had one of the first interviews of the new year, dude. That interview is going to be played all year long in Club Shay Shay. People are going to have quotes from that interview. They're gonna say, you know what, Shannon? I gotta tell you something, man. Your allegiance to losers is unbecoming. I promise you, all those quotes that Katt Williams said is gonna be said right back to you throughout all your interviews for this year. I promise you. You're gonna be just fine, bro. You're gonna be just fine. Quit tripping. But I think Shan knows he's gonna be okay. But anyway, so then they talk about Ludacris. Shannon and Katt talk about Ludacris, right? And so apparently that him and Luda got invited to a organization's party, and that it was either him or Luda, and allegedly it was an offer for $200 million to do 20 movies, and he couldn't do it because he had sideburns. And so when they were talking about Ludacris, they talked about how many movies is Fast and Furious on? 10. And I'm just like, really, Katt, you wrong for that, bro. You wrong for that. So then Ludacris comes out with a freestyle. I'm just like, but he didn't say that Katt was lying either. Now, listen, I'm not saying the organization's name. Y'all go watch the interview if you want to know, okay? No. No. We're almost at the end, y'all. We're almost at the end. So then they talk about politics briefly. And, Katt said, I don't want to talk about it. And Katt said, but he does talk about it. He said, we've never been an option where either one of them was never good. And Katt says there's one person that can barely put sentences together, and then the other one puts sentences together from what they had. And that Katt Williams says division divides, and that Republicans laugh at what Democrats do, and Democrats laugh at what Republicans do. But you can't do that in politics. You gotta be in your camp. I'm like, listen, if Katt Williams is not, look, if Snoop Dogg can be a part of Paris coverage this summer, I need Katt Williams to be part of election coverage on CNN. And CNN, don't you even say that y'all can't make it happen, because y'all got Gayle King and Charles Barkley as a weekly show on CNN. So don't even say that Katt Williams can't be a commentator. Don't you say that. Because what he said with politics was true. So then, what about Mark Zuckerberg, that he's got this $270 million bunker? And Katt Williams said, when you're a millionaire, you can do exactly what you want. And I don't know what you know, Shannon. And, Katt Williams said, I quote, what Mark Zuckerberg knows, that there are smart people who can drop bombs that are average idiots, and that bombs can go off of just regular Wi-Fi. So then they get into weed. Katt says he's a bigger smoker than Snoop. And Shannon was surprised by that. And Katt said, no, I've smoked with Snoop, and he'll tell you. But he doesn't mix anything with weed. So then Katt says, you are not able to roll 20 blunts a day for 30 years. And so, he had a weed roller, for over 20 years. And then Katt says this about weed rolling. Y'all ready for this? I don't think y'all are. He said he prefers the saliva of ladies. I'm like, Katt, you prefer the saliva of ladies? But then he says, if you are around dudes who roll your blunts for 20 years, you don't want that saliva of men when they scratching their balls and stuff. I'm like, Katt, you can't be this graphic out here on these streets. He gave no damn sucks or ish about anybody. He didn't care. Not here, not there, not anywhere. The saliva of ladies. You know what? I hope, Katt, if you watch this, man, first of all, love you, Val. Appreciate you. You did a great job. I hope there's some behind the scenes stuff that's in your stand-up special on Netflix. I really do. Because let me tell you something. I feel like y'all had 2 hour, 47-minute interview. I know there was more to it after it was over. I know it was. So anyway, let's keep rolling. Do you consider yourself a king of comedy? And he's like, not the way that they say it. And I love DL, and DL slang will not be tolerated. It was Steve's tour, and Katt Williams was offered the 4th spot after Bernie was gone because they were going to try to bring the Kings of Comedy back. And Katt Williams said, "Oh, so you think you're going to offer me a spot when you disrespected Bernie? No." And Bernie was better than all of them. You're supposed to close your own tour because it was Steve's tour. And regardless of the order, Bernie was the best. We had to be genuine about how we play the game. Say what side are you on, why, and then play the game. Don't act fresh out here. Like, oh, whoa, it's me, when you cause the old woe energy to your damn self. And then it was a thank you. And that was the end of the interview. Y'all, that is the end of this. Y'all, listen, we threw down today. Listen, I'm going to drop the link because I know y'all got a lot to say. I got a lot to hear. Right there. We have been on the highways and byways of the possibilities of what could be of this virtual tour live for 2 hours, 6 minutes, and 44 seconds. I'm going to turn off the camera because I've done the whole show for an hour. So what did y'all think of the review? Did I cover everything? Did I leave anything out? Like, let's talk about it. That was a lot, wasn't it? I mean, isn't it crazy that I reviewed it shorter than the interview was? Like, y'all, we're missing 47 minutes. Oh, my Lord Jesus, man. Man, oh man. I really do appreciate y'all more than y'all know. More than y'all will ever know. So pin the message. The link is pinned right there if you guys want to come on up. I know tonight was a lot, but a lot needed to be said, damn it. A lot needed to be said. So we are here chilling out. Feel free to come up on StreamYard to give your take on the interview. I would love to hear from you. I really, really would. I would love to hear from you. I mean, listen, shout out to Shannon Sharpe. He did his thing. And I remember Bondi Blue was saying that, if you guys thought that was a good interview, I'll give y'all that. No, listen, 14 million views ain't easy, okay? Even if you are a celebrity. Like, real talk. Like, we gotta give credit where credit is due. So I'm just being real with y'all. So but yes, indeed, 4 people in the building. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Glad to have all you here in the building. Oh man, that was an interview, wasn't it? That was an interview, man. So what did y'all really think about? Do y'all think that there'll be a part 2? And when I'm talking about part 2, I'm talking about just a part 2 for Katt to come back, just to come back to chill. Because I don't think there needs to be a part 2 to this edition of the interview. I think everything that was said needed to be said. Oh my Lord Jesus, this was whew. Man, this was a lot. Let me thank everybody who has come through Revelation 2023. Thank you, Nikki News. Thank you, Deborah Jackson. Thank you, Rose Armstead. Thank you, Pork Rinds. Thank you, Colton, my man. Thank you. Colton, by the way, is from Ray to Love, our review that we do on Saturdays at 3:05 p.m. G Baby, Who Baby, thank you so much for being here. And yeah, I think that's everybody who came through. So I appreciate y'all. We're going to be here chilling. We're going to be here chilling. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Listen. Ooh, man, that was a lot, wasn't it? That was a lot, wasn't it? By the way, y'all, the Bow Wow show, 69 views already. 69 views already. I appreciate y'all. Y'all, that morning show was just, I don't know how I got through it, honestly. I mean, we went from Bow Wow, one of his baby mama ran over, to big let me see what the topic was, child. Big homie Kodak. Thank you so much, Revelation. Did I not Revelation? Like you said, I'm good at sneak dissing. Did I not handle ish tonight, or did I not handle ish tonight? Because I don't bother nobody. Do I not bother anybody? I say to myself, on myself, and by myself, I give more than I receive. I am so honey, but let me tell you something. I am vinegar and can get in your eye. In the words of Candy Burst, I'm in bed in your mother-ucking brain. Did I not do what I need to do tonight, Revelation? Or did I not do what I need to do tonight? And then we got to big homie Kodak, who is an Atlanta DJ who found his long-lost sister on Tinder. Y'all, we went from Mack trucks to Tinder this morning at 11 a.m. By the way, shout out to Trending at some point, making it to 1 million views. So proud that sister there. Also, too, shout out to y'all for the Nigel Lickgo, T-Mobile, Snoop Dogg, Kerry Berman's T.I., Kelly Clarkson Netflix show. That is at 102 views. Claudine Gay, Technology, Young Miami, Boosie, Midwife, and Nigel Lickgo. That is at 62 views. Virtual Tour Live, it's a whole vibe, because I think I cracked the code on the fact that whether it's a good, bad destination, or y'all driving by that destination or attraction, y'all want to talk about it. And I think I created a brand where we can go live on tour about anything and everything in between, all around the world, and And I think when you are an original, it's hard for the duplicates to understand why people like you. And sometimes you do got to throw down so people can see how you rise up. Oh, let me type that in. That was good. Sometimes you have to throw down so people can see how you rise up. Braylon Lee. And that's real talk. Sometimes you do have to throw down so people can see how you rise up. Real talk. That's it. That's it. So this is season 2. This is season 2 of Virtual Tour Live. You heard? Listen. Having a great time over here. 3 people in the building. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Glad to have all you here. We are just chilling. By the way, shout out to Pretty Girl that does trap content. I was over there yesterday. A great content creator. Been a fan of her for a very long time. By the way, shout out to Mark Dart too. When I was watching Power, I used to watch his reviews and stuff. Mark Dart TV is absolutely fabulous as well. He really is. Like I said, there are great content creators out here, y'all. They really are. They really are. So let me do a quick reset with a station identification from my hometown of Little Rock, Arkansas. Let me go ahead and do that real quick. It is 14 minutes. Okay, we'll skip that. So, y'all, it is 15 minutes after 8 o'clock, 15 minutes after the hour here. This is The Energy. This is your show, and this is the show for the culture, of the culture, and by the culture. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in to Brainley's virtual tour live. We're about to do a station identification, a station ID, courtesy of the number one for hip hop, and R&B, and the number one station with the maximum power allowed by law, Power 92 Jams, the People Station in my hometown of Little Rock, Arkansas. So I'm going to let this great content creator here, Spuds Radio Archive, to do what you do. Go ahead, my man. Reset the damn room.
Power 923 Jams and the Arkansas Minority Health Commission encourages you to take the COVID-19 vaccine to help keep you and your loved ones safe. Involved in our community, the People Station, Power 923 Jams. KIPR Pine Bluff, Little Rock, KFOG, Little Rock, a Cumulus Media Station. And now, back to the jams. Hip-hop, Drake.
Girls want girls where I'm from. Yeah, well, girls want girls where
R&B, J. Howell.
Just cause I love you and you love me.
And now, bumping back-to-back continuous music with another fresh new jam. Heard here first on the People Station, Power 923 Jams.
I have to tell you, I heard that voice growing up so many times. Right here on the number one station for hip hop and R&B, Power 923 Jams. That voice raised me up in my childhood. You heard me? And you know the reason why I love that station identification, because you hear the soul of that station ID. You understand the sound and you feel right at home. And shout out to Power 92 Jams, Broadway Joe, Trey Day, every day, all day, baby, stack three, the dirt with the skirt, all the new talent there. I think Power 92 Jams should be an international urban radio format, and I think there should be a Power 92 Jams in every state. The Power 92 Jams of Orlando, Power 92 Jams of Las Vegas, Power 92 Jams of Los Angeles. And trust me, if I won Powerball Mega Millions, that's one of the first things I would do. I would go to iHeartMedia. Listen, y'all need Power 92 Jams in y'all arsenal. I know it's under a Cumulus Media, but let me tell y'all something. Y'all let me run that ish. Real 92.3 in LA wouldn't know what hit them. Please understand. Yeah, I know about West Coast rapping, but let me tell you, there ain't nothing like the Dirty South. You understand me? Ask about it. Man, I love that station ID. One more time, just one more time, that station ID, because I love it. Just one more time for the people in the back. Let me hashtag put a blast in your ear one more time. One more time.
Power 923 Jams and the Arkansas Minority Health Commission encourages you to take the COVID-19 vaccine to help keep you and your loved ones safe. Involved in our community, the People Station, Power 923 Jams. KIPR Pine Bluff, Little Rock, KFOG, Little Rock, a Cumulus Media Station. And now, back to the jams. Hip-hop, Drake.
Girls want girls where I'm from. Yeah, well, girls want girls where
R&B, J. Howell.
Just cause I love you and you love me.
And now, bumping back-to-back continuous music with another fresh new jam. Heard here first on the People Station, Power 923 Jams.
Damn it, I love that station ID. Oh, my Lord. Four people in the building. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Glad to have all of you in the building. We just got done with the review. And Face on Love apparently responded, but to no avail. Oh, my Lord. That was an interview. Let me tell you something. That was a interview. Right now, y'all, we are just chilling out. Did the whole review of the interview. We ended it. We ended it at 2 hours 1 minute. So yeah, we did the damn thing. We did the damn thing. You heard? Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. My Lord. Actually, I'm going to take a picture of that quote. Because I have a lot of quotes that I say. And listen, I have been thinking about merchandise. Believe it or not, y'all, I have definitely been thinking about merchandise. And I think that would be great on a hoodie. I really do. Sometimes you have to throw down so people can see how you rise up. And when I mean throw down, I mean showcasing your receipts, so showcasing your gift, showcasing who you are and the totality of who you are, not just because people see you in moments. I really mean that. But yes, indeed. Glad to have all of you here in the building. Man. We are still here chilling, y'all. Yes, indeed. Man. 3 people in the building. Like, comment, share, subscribe. We're live on tour. We are live on tour, y'all, man. We're live on tour. Just chilling. Just a chilling. That's what we're doing. I'm not gonna lie, Erica Banks is fine. I'm not gonna sit here in front now. I know that Erica Banks can do a lot, but okay, you know what? It is all good. Hey, look, Deborah, tell Chit Chat I love her. I know I'm not gonna be able to be in the members live, but tell Chit Chat with QT love her and hope that she has a wonderful members only. Much love to you and to her. Give her my love for me. Love you very much. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Understood. You know what? I think we should get out of here. Understood, Revelation. Much love to you as well. I'm gonna read the Daily Motivator, then we're gonna get on out of here because y'all, we finished our assignment today. We finished our assignment today. Let me get the Daily Motivator up for y'all. Oh Lord, I know Timmy is gonna have a fun time with this one. Oh man. All right, y'all. It's time for the Daily Motivator. The most powerful is he who has himself in his own power. Ooh, most powerful is he who has himself in his own power. It's time for the Daily Motivator for Friday, January 5th, 2024. Investment of this day. Today, you'll invest time, energy, thought, and effort. You'll use your skills, experience, wisdom, and insight to do so. Are you clear about your priorities for that significant investment? Will the benefits to your world and your life be worth the cost? You have an opportunity today that will never again be quite the same. Give it the respect and consideration that it deserves, that you deserve more. This is a good time to raise your expectations a little higher. Now is your chance to make sure your focus is directed toward the things that mean the most. Your investment of this day can bring great new value to life. Your unique combination of knowledge, resources, and motivations has the power to make enduring positive difference. Pause for a moment and refresh your appreciation for who you are, for what you do, and for why it matters. Then step forward, confident and purposeful, with your smart and effective investment of this day. Ralph Morrison. Ooh, Ralph Morrison. Once again, throwing it down well. If you guys want these, it's greatday.com. That's GREAT, greatday.com. I appreciate this because I think sometimes in life, we don't do enough with our days and our nights. And then we complain about we are where we are. You got to do the work. Faith without hard works is dead. You got to do hard works in order for the faith to activate. I always have said consistency plus tenacity equals your destiny. That formula doesn't work right away. You have to work that formula or for the formula to work for you for that. So that's for one. We don't do enough of our days and our nights. Number two, just know that no matter how many resources you have, if they're not valuable to your mission, why are you using them? Real talk, if your resources that you have aren't valuable, why are you using them? So many times we'll use anything and everything out the toolbox, but we won't use the tool that is needed for the assignment. And finally, with this week being the first week of the new year, just know that every week is going to be gone. But for every week that is gone, there's a new week coming. So recognize there's always something new on the horizon. Don't worry about what's old. And can I let y'all know something? Some of y'all, including myself, some of y'all are trying to open up doors that God is closing for a reason. Some of y'all open up doors that God is closing for a reason. Some of y'all open up doors that God closed for a reason. Why are you opening up that door? I think it was Dave Chappelle, somebody said, the reason why God removed you from those people is because God heard the conversations that you did. I'm going to say that one more time. The reason why God has removed you from some people is because he has heard the conversations that you haven't. And I have always said this, anybody can be a present to entertain you, but it takes somebody to be a gift to bless you. Listen, not every angel is perfect, but I promise you this, it's better be with an imperfect angel than with a perfect devil that loves to seek, destroy, and cause chaos. But Bray, that imperfect angel don't have all the resources and faculties and comprehension to be able to help me. Okay, you think that perfect devil that can cause chaos, destruction, and hell does? Some of y'all want to be so warm, y'all don't care how much you get burned. Why do y'all think heaven is white with clouds and everything? Because you have to match the temperature of heaven in order to get into heaven. They'll accept anybody in hell. Let's roll out. 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 Because that was a word right there. I'm going to let y'all have that. It is cool in heaven because you have to either match the energy of heaven or catch your energy and go to hell. Higher is waiting, low is available, but either way, we all got to go on tour. And with that being said, it's time for the best outro on YouTube. Know what you do and do what you know. Never say you weren't born special because you were always born a blessing. And trust, you may not be where you want to be, but by the end of it, you'll be where you need to be. Do what you've been chosen to do. Why is one thing to call yourself, is another thing to be chosen. One love, much love, all love. I have spent time with you. You have spent time with me. Hopefully by spending time together, we'll rise up to be great together. Always remember, where you're doing radio, television, YouTube, living your best life, or you're just breaking down an interview and you're breaking down the truth that you know you can say out loud, but other people can't say their truth out loud because there's nothing truthful in them to give to the world. And you're just handling business. Make sure the replay is not just ready for you to watch it, not just ready for you to listen to it, but for you to want to experience it again. I love you. I value, I embrace you all. Always remember, on receive love, you got to give it. On receive love, you got to give it. On receive love, you got to give it. Wherever obstacles you have overcome, wherever successes you have achieved, I am extremely proud of you on this day. But if no one else is proud of you, be proud of your damn self. And finally, truly, 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 truly. You may not have everything that you want, but I promise you, everything that you want is not everything that you need. What you need has purpose. What you want is only for attention. One love, much love, all love. Enjoy the fireworks for the day that was, for the day that's to come, and for the blessings are on the way for you, me, and everybody. Much love, everybody. I'll see you all tomorrow at 3:05 p.m. for the Ready to Love Make a Move reunion special with Talk with Solana, Queen T with GG9, my main man Q at 3:05, and then at 9 o'clock. Not 9:15. You don't gotta wait 15 minutes. You already know what the damn episode was, and you want to talk about it right then. I'll be right here at 9/8 Central for the legendary after show. One love, much love, all of everybody. Good night.